Alright, welcome to the Rokani Media Football. There is a triple injury burst at Arsenal that is going to be exciting these Arsenal fans, especially my friend known as Soz in Dubai. He's really one of those who was like telling me, Rokani, we are going to be losing to the side of Liverpool because we don't have our players. I told him, please relax and float. Arsenal can win this game of football. And I told it to him, and he went ahead, obviously, experience it. So, welcome to this channel. Smash like button, comment, and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. This is Muno Gadgets. You know, there are people that are responsible for obviously powering this video. And you know what they deal in? They deal in phones that are really brand new and laptops that are really brand new. Even if you need used phones and used laptops from the United Kingdom, go ahead and obviously call them on +256 70 99 88 +256 70 99 88 665, and you will thank me later onto this channel. So guys, thank you very much for obviously supporting Muno Gadgets. I'm really getting positive calls from her that you people are really flocking her number and you're really requesting. Others are buying, others are making orders, others are making half deposits. So guys, I'm really glad that now you can also follow them up onto TikTok at Muno Gadgets. You know, search for Muno Gadgets and you see to it that they obviously come and really follow you up. Now, Arsenal is really having some injuries, and there are two injury worries when Arsenal was really playing against when Liverpool. Gabriel Magalhaes was the first to go the field of play around the 48th minute. Then for Jurrien Timber, he was out. He was really on the floor at around the 75th minute, and that's when Lewis Kelly came on through, and that's how Liverpool utilized that, obviously scored them. But the manager has gone ahead, obviously give huge updates about these players. Arteta on how Gabriel Magalhaes, after his knee injury, said, we are still assessing him. He doesn't look bad at all. He was much better than expected, so hopefully he'll be fine. So it's really very bad if at all you first lost Saliba to a red card, and then it is followed up by losing Gabriel Magalhaes to an injury, because all you need to have is that back line back, especially the centre back pairing of Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. When you're going to be playing away at Newcastle, as you prepare to really play, I think, away to, is it Inter Milan or Sporting Lisbon, and then go to Chelsea in London in another London derby, you have to obviously be having your central defence partnership that has going to hit obviously a bond and obviously complement one another ever since they really paired up in the season of 2022-2023. This is, I think, the third season these two are really playing together, and they've formed what we call a Berlin Wall into that central defense. It's like a rock, and they don't really get moved anywhere. So, at the look of things, the side of Arsenal are really positive about him, and I think with Saliba returning after suspension of Liverpool game, Gabriel Magalhaes is fit, and I wouldn't like to see him really being forced into this game of football that Arsenal is going to be playing today. I think you better rest him for the game of Newcastle away, and for Saliba, you have to bring him into play some minutes because you need to keep him fresh and see to it that he really gets ready for the game of Newcastle over the weekend, because he has been looking rusty, and if at all you really want him to obviously get his form back, maybe this is the game, or maybe he needed some rest as a player to obviously see to it that his mind is really settled, because at Manchester United when Bruno really got suspended, I saw to it that he went ahead obviously to play some good football into the mix. So that is what that's what Arsenal really went ahead to do, and the managers confirmed to us that the guy is really good. Then the other guy that has come up and obviously gotten some good relief, and Arsenal fans are like, all right, we are good to go, is Jurrien Timber. The manager told us that he's fine. He was very tired. He had been out for a while and could not continue the game, but there is no new injury there. So for Jurrien Timber, there is no new injury there. He has come up and obviously put in a required shift altogether as a player, and all I can confirm to you is he's one of those players that really played minutes. And some people are like, Rokani, you talk about being tired for just 90 minutes. I tell you, the intensity when you're playing Liverpool is not the intensity when you're playing Leicester City or any other team. When you're playing Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Spurs, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Chelsea, the intensity is really times 10. You get? And if at all you want to get to know that, compare the distance that a team runs, the average distance the team runs in those games to the average distance that these teams or the Arsenal team runs when they are playing teams like Brentford, Leicester City, Southampton, Leicester, name it. It's really less. You get? They can average like 16 kilometers. You get? Yet in these games, they average like 10, 9, 11. You understand? That's how everything really happens into the mix for the side of Arsenal. So I believe the manager is really spot on and Jurrien Timber is here. And I think the manager should learn to manage his minutes. Like, you play him 60, you take him off the field of play. Let him not play him 90 minutes because we know that knee injury that he got needs to obviously get him not being played a lot. We've gone ahead to see the effects of really returning players that have been having knee injuries and getting them onto the pitch immediately to play very many minutes onto players like him, because when they rushed him, you saw what happened. So I think on Gabriel Jesus, when Gabriel Jesus was rushed, you saw what happened. He has become an injury-prone player, something that he wasn't in his entire career at Man City. He would get injured, but he wouldn't obviously get injured repetitively. You understand? So I believe it's one of those things that the management of Arsenal should obviously get right always about these players. So for Timber and a player called Gabriel Magalhaes, they are available. And this is some good news that I felt like you people need to know about Arsenal. It's all about the availability of Odegaard. The manager has told us that he's been on the grass for a few weeks, but there are still a few boxes to tick. How fast we can do that, last stage of rehab, is a question. We have to answer when we have players around and he starts competing with the team. Something he hasn't done yet, meaning that he's really training singly. He hasn't gone ahead to go in for what we call a group training session. And I believe that by the start of next week, I think he'll be available. And that's why the manager of Norway went ahead to obviously give us a hint that maybe he's really going to be available very, very soon to play for the national team. So it looks like Martin Odegaard will obviously play or be available as Arsenal plays Chelsea. I think that is the most realistic game that I can talk about him returning, because it's promised that he's really going to return before we get to the international break. That is Martin Odegaard for you. When you look at the games that he's set to play as he returns, or that he's set to miss: Preston, Newcastle, Inter Milan. So for Arsenal versus Chelsea, I think he's really going to be readily available into the mix as the captain of Arsenal. So from Martin Odegaard, we obviously had Calafiori. The manager confirmed to us that he's going to be out for some weeks. That's what the manager really told us. And those are the injuries that Arsenal really having. But I think all of them are really injury busts, as I say. Now, Arteta on the importance of the Carabao Cup they're going to be playing today. He said it's important because it keeps everybody alive. It maintains the winning habit, which is really, really important. And it shows you care about every competition, regardless of what you play. You have to compete for every match. You are in or you are out. The margins are so small, and today we are going to face a really tough opponent. Obviously, any opponent in the championship is really tough. You cannot come out and say Arsenal is going to be playing Preston North End and it's going to be an easy nut to crack. When has a team in the championship ever going to have to be an easy nut to crack? And for Arteta, he needs to lift something today. He needs to lift something this season, and it's really very important. And that's why I think he's really going to field a strong side with just one or two players from the academy. That is Waneri and Lewis Skelly. Arteta on the message on traveling fans, ahead of the away games, he said, keep doing what you are doing. You've been absolutely phenomenal. We really thank you for the time, the effort, and everything that you invest in. We are really grateful, and hopefully we are going to perform really well and give you a lot of joy. Guys, you have to give credit to to the away fans of Arsenal because they keep screaming, Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. I've evidenced that a lot, and that's what they've got to hit, obviously, put themselves in as an image. I tell you. So that is really very important for the club of Arsenal. And lastly, let's talk about Ricardo Calafiori. The manager has come out and really told us the following about Ricardo Calafiori, that he will be out for a few weeks, I would say. And we've already gone ahead, obviously, come up and obviously issued that update. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Arsenal triple injury bust, you know, because two of your defenders are really up and running. This guy, the captain, Odegaard, is really doing the needful to return in a nick of time. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Arsenal triple injury bust, Odegaard, Magalhaes, and Timber injury bust. We are heading into the game of football in the next, I think, an hour. I'm going to come here and really do what we call a match day live for you, the fans of Arsenal. And then on the United Matters channel, we are going to be doing that of United as Ruud van Nistelrooy gates his first game in charge of Manchester United as an interim. For how long? It will depend on what decision is going to be made between Manchester United and Sporting Lisbon on how Ruben Amorim is really going to be coming in here to do the needful. I sign out for now. See you later, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 30,000 subscribers into the mix. Rokani David is my name. We out. Bye-bye for now.